So I would just display the chart which we are to discuss today.
Okay.
Right, sir?
Okay, sir.
So I'm going to present the chart which we are to discuss. Is the chart okay? Is the chart visible?
Hmm.
Yes,
Is
sir.
the chart visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So this was the query which was put by me, I suppose, long time back, right?
Yes.
So for this particular chart, we have to decide that what is the appropriate time and date at which the marriage of this native, she is a female, will happen, and at the same time, in which year and at what time and what date she is likely to deliver a child, her first baby. Now, if we are to look for the marriage of this native, now here, if you just look at the significations of all the planets, that is Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu, then what you find in this particular chart is that out of the nine planets, two planets, one is Rahu, the other is Jupiter, which are not signifying the seventh house. Thereby, they are the two planets which will not favor the event of marriage. All the remaining seven planets, starting from Sun up to Ketu, except Jupiter and Rahu, they are all significators of 5, 7, 9, and 11. Even 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. So they are all strong significators. Now, when you have such a situation where you find that majority of the planets are strong significators of the event of marriage, then what we have discussed earlier also, that in such cases the native is likely to have an early marriage. Now the question is that when we talk about the early marriage, what is the appropriate age at which the marriage of this native is likely to happen? For this purpose, if you remember that time and again, we have been repeating it, that marriages, see astrologically what you predict, and then at the same time, when you take the case of a native, you have to see that to which place the native belongs. That is one. वो हिंदी में कहते हैं ना कि आप जो है उसका देश पात्र
देश
देखना
काल
पड़ता है.
पात्र.
हाँ,
देश
देश
काल
काल
पात्र.
पात्र. Okay, so means you have to look for the background of the native. Now, if a native belongs to Punjab, particularly in the region of Punjab, seldom there is a marriage which is before 22 years. And particularly if you look at this chart, the native date of birth of the native is 1978.
Hmm.
It was only during the early 60s that the marriages used to happen in the age of 18 to 20 years. And after the age of 60 years, you will hardly find a chart where the marriage is in 18 or 20 years. So usually the marriage is something around 24, 25 years. But for this native, as 7 out of 9 planets are strongly giving the significations of
Seven.
5, 5, 7, 9, and 11. So that clearly indicates that the native is likely to have an early marriage. By saying early marriage, what does it mean? It doesn't mean that she will be married at the age of 18 or she will be married at the age of 20, because we have also to think about the place to which the native belongs, and then we have to see the background of that particular place, whether the marriage is likely to happen early or it is likely to happen late. Now, if I take the case of Andhra Pradesh, there the marriages, they do happen in the age of 18 years, 19 years, 20 years. So I can think of 18 to 20 years. But here in Punjab, thinking of 18 to 20 years is something really odd. But that would not mean that marriage at the age of 18 to 20 years cannot happen. Now, for this particular female native, if I look at the marriageable age of this native, let me say, if I say that she marriages around 20 years, because marrying at an age of 20 years to 20 to 22 years is an early marriage. It's an early marriage. Now, here for this particular chart, if you look at the Rashi chart, see, Kaspal does not allow the aspects, the conjunctions. It doesn't say it, never talks about the aspect and conjunctions, never talks about the Western aspects. But here, if you look at this chart, Saturn is having a third aspect of on Moon. Saturn with a third aspect of Moon, and they two just separated by almost 10 degrees, gives me some indication. I won't say कि that this is a hard and fast rule कि ऐसा होना चाहिए. It may or it may not happen. See, if I look at my chart, my chart have all the 9 planets which are strong significators of marriage, except one. Yet at the same time, I got a late marriage. So it doesn't mean that we have to solely depend upon कि जी इसमें पुनर्फू योग है, इसमें ये योग है, इसीलिए the marriage will take place around 30 years. 30. See, these rules have been framed just to give an approximate idea as to this could also happen. They have nowhere written, nobody has written that this will certainly happen only after 30 years of age. I have seen charts where there is a strong Punarfu Yoga, yet the marriage is taking place in the age of 22, 23, 24 years. So we cannot take it like that. And that was the reason Khullarji did not talk about the aspect and conjunctions. But anyhow, here since Saturn is having third aspect, what I can feel is that there can be some delay of marriage. That is all what I can say. Now, when you talk about the delay of marriage, maybe that the marriage may not happen at the age of 20 years. It may occur something around 22 to 25 years. Even that is a early marriage. Even that's a normal age of marriage. So, for the present chart, I would say that this female native should get married something around age of 22 to 25 or 26 years. Is it okay? Any questions? पहला पॉइंट क्या है? The very first point is that out of 9 planets, except Jupiter and Rahu, all other planets are strong significators of marriage giving houses, that is 5, 7, 9, and 11. Almost every planet. Sun 5, 7, 9, 11, Moon 7, 9, 11, Mars 5, 7, 9, 11, Mercury 5, 7, 9, 11. Jupiter is giving me only 5, 9, and 11. So there is no 7. That is why Jupiter is not a significator of marriage. Next, Venus, it is giving me 7 and 9. Next, Saturn, it is giving me 5, 7, and 11. If I take the case of Rahu, it is only giving me 11, 1 and 11. And if I take the case of Ketu, it is again 5, 7, 9, and 11. I have just omitted out the third house, and in most of the cases, the third house is also present. So, this particular female native is going to have the marriage at a very normal age, means something around 22 to 25 or maybe 26 years of age. Any questions? किसी को कोई इस point पे question पूछना है? Because last time also I was looking into the discussion which was given in the group. Somebody was writing that in Khullarji has written that 3, 5, 7, and 11 means early marriage, and the marriage is not taking place at an early age. Say, where has Khullarji written that when only 3, 7, 9, and 11 are present, the marriage will definitely occur at an age of 18 years? Where he has written? I have not found it anywhere in any of the books. He has just given a hint to it that in such cases the marriage may happen at an early age, but he has nowhere written that marriage will definitely happen between the age of 18 to 20 years. Anybody, please, anybody with any question, any query? So I can discuss it right now. Early marriage means what? Early marriage means a marriage at the age of 80 to 20 years, and nowadays marriage happens at the age of 26 to 35 years. Now, will you say it an early marriage or late marriage? The concept and idea of early and late marriage, keeps on changing with time. You cannot always stick to the same point. It was in 30s, 40s, 50s, 18, 20 years. Everybody used to get married in the age of, say, around 18 to 20 years. Beyond that, in 70s, the marriage age shifted from 18 to 20 years to 22 years and above. And if you look at the present time, 2023 onwards, you find that the marriageable age for the boys is usually 25 years onwards, because nobody is going to get married at an early age. The reason being because everybody wants to complete his studies. Nobody can complete his studies before the age of 22 years. Then everybody tries to go for a job, and it may take him 1 year or 2 year, maybe that he goes for a higher course, and that may take him around 24 to 25 years. तो इसलिए जो मैरिज है तो उसमें from time to time the idea of normal marriage, the idea of late marriage, the idea of early marriage is there. Now you look at the film stars, nobody is going to get married before 30 or 35 years of age. Take the case of any lady, take the case of any film star. Nobody gets married at the age of, say, 22 years, 24 years or 27 years. They are always beyond the age of 30 years. किसी की भी आप देख लो. अब डज इट मीन कि उनकी चार्ट में चांसेस नहीं है मैरिज के एट एन अर्ली स्टेज? सो व्हाट डू आई मीन बाय सेइंग दैट इज simply merely on the basis of astrology you cannot say that the marriage will happen like that. See, there are a number of other things, there are a number of other factors we have to take into account. Now your queries, please. Anybody who wants to ask a question or who wants to discuss about the early marriage, late marriage, or delayed marriage, so I can discuss it right now so that there should be no doubt about it.
At present, what is the opinion, sir? What is your opinion? Early marriage and this marriage. What is the
Sir,
period?
sir,
Such a
early
period.
nowadays marrying at the age of 24, 25, 26 years is an early marriage.
Okay.
No, see, nobody gets married before 24 years of age. किसी का भी एजुकेशन जो है वो 22 ईयर से पहले नहीं होगा. एंड इफ ही गोज फॉर ए रिसर्च इट विल टेक हिम अनदर 3 to 4 years. So the age goes to round about 25, 26 years. Then he would try for a job, maybe 1 year, maybe 6 months, maybe he gets it immediately. So it means that the marriageable age is something around 26, 27 years. Look at the film stars. Can you name any film star nowadays who is married, say, less than 30 years of age? Name anyone. You won't find. Take the film actresses. Every actress, 30 years, 32 years, 35 years, 36 years, 37 years. Does it mean कि उनके चार्ट में मैरिज के कॉम्बिनेशंस नहीं है? It is not the case. See, circumstances पे भी जो है, because marriage is, celebrated depending upon the time, depending upon the place, depending upon the customs, and depending upon when a person is willing to get married. Hanji, any questions? Should I proceed further? Should I proceed further?
Okay.
So here, this native is going to get married. I forget about that Saturn is having an aspect of moon. Okay, so the minimum age of the marriage will be something around 22 years. Am I right? If I add 22 years to 78, it comes around 2000. Okay, and if it is 2000, and if you look at the Dasha periods, then the Saturn Dasha starts from 87 up to 2006. Now, I will definitely have to study the Saturn Dasha. whether it is capable of giving the marriage or not. I cannot omit it simply by saying that since there is a Punarfu Yog, therefore this native is going to marriage beyond 26 or 27 years of age. And when I add 26 or 27 years of age, then this period that definitely goes. So I cannot say like that. I have to look for the Saturn. And now, if I look at the significations of the Saturn, then Saturn has no PS. Saturn has no PS.
Mm.
It is posted in 8th house. Posted in 8th house means that there may be some kind of hurdles or problems. Now, hurdles and problems are not necessary for the marriage. It may be for anything. Okay. And secondly, Saturn is placed in the star of Venus, in the sub of Mercury, and in the sub of Ketu. And Ketu here is Jupiter, only Jupiter. So if I read the significations of Saturn, Saturn is in Venus star and Venus is giving me 5, 7, and 11. So look here, Venus is giving me fifth, 5 sign lord, seventh it is sublord, and 11 it is sublord. So it is a strong significator of marriage. So Saturn is placed in a star which strongly signifies 5, 7, and 11, and then again Saturn is placed in the sub of Venus. Now here I may not do bunching. See, bunching is an idea which has been put forth by Khullarji. What is the basic idea of bunching? Let me explain this point. अब बंचिंग में बहुत कंफ्यूजन होता है सबको कि बंचिंग हर बारी बंचिंग की जरूरत नहीं होती. इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी टू डू बंचिंग एवरी टाइम. Bunching we do only when it is required. Now suppose here Venus gives me only 5. Suppose I am taking an example, hypothetical example. Venus is giving me only 5. Now, if Venus is only giving me 5, and if I take again Venus as the sublord, then it will again give me 5.
Mm.
So it means involvement of 5 and commitment by 5, there is no 7, therefore it will not signify marriage. Am I right?
Okay.
For marriage to happen, the involvement or commitment of 7 has to be there, necessary condition. Directly or indirectly, 7 has to be there.
Mm.
The promise of 7 has to be there. Unless and until there is a promise of 7, what happens? That planet cannot give that particular event. It will not give the event of marriage till 7 is there, either in involvement or in commitment. Now, here, what does it show? Involvement of 5. I'm taking a hypothetical example. Venus is suppose giving me only 5, no 7, no 11. Okay, so involvement of 5 and then again commitment by 5. It means, as per the rules, what I will say, that Venus is not that the Saturn planet is not becoming the significator of marriage. Am I right? 5 को इन्वॉल्व करके 5 से कमिट होगा अगर मैं इफ आई कंसिडर वीनस टू बी स्टार लॉर्ड एज वेल एज सब लॉर्ड, then it means Saturn will not give the event of marriage. It does not fulfill the necessary condition for the event of marriage. On the contrary, I find Saturn is giving marriage. So what we do is, when you have such cases, I do bunching. When I bunch here, then I look into the other planet, that is Mercury, and see that if it is present in 7 or not. And if somehow Mercury is linked to 7 here, like Mercury is linked to 7, so then it means Venus is giving me 5, Mercury is giving me 7, and this Saturn planet qualifies for giving the event of marriage. So that is the necessity of bunching. If I have such cases, only then bunching is done. And if a planet which is strongly giving the marriage and is again present in a sub which is again giving me the marriage, then there is no need for bunching. It is all up to you. You may do the bunching or you can avoid the bunching. It is up to you. Is it clear?
But that means that is depends upon the our requirement.
No, that depends upon what is required for the necessary conditions of planet to be a significator, not our condition.
Yes, sir. This is
What planet requires?
necessary condition to be fulfilled.
Yes. So
Okay.
that can be done. If Venus is giving me 7, suppose Venus is giving me 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
then again Venus as a sub will be giving me 7. So it fulfills the condition. the necessary condition. I may do the bunching or I may not do the bunching. Bunching is done just to have a cross check whether the next planet in order, which is again, see here, Venus is present in a sign, and that sign is in a particular star, and that star is in a particular sub, which is in a particular sub. So they are interlinked to each other. The sign lord, the star lord is linked to the sub lord and to the sub lord. That is why bunching is done over here. So bunching you may do or you may not do depending upon whether it is required or it is not required. You must have listened to many different people, sometimes they are doing bunching, sometimes they are not bunching. Why they are not bunching? Because here Venus is giving me 5, 7 and 11. Then why I need to bunch? Because Venus as a sublord is very strong to give me 5, 7 and 11. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
आप
sir.
सपोज करो Venus is giving me 5, 7, 11 and Venus as sublord is also giving me 5, 7, 11 and Mercury here is neither giving 5 nor giving 7 nor giving 11. Hypothetical example. Right? Then what I need to do? If it is not giving me 5 or 7 or 11, I will bunch. Whether I will bunch or I will not bunch, I will simply see the promise. The promise is given by Saturn, that's all. But the final confirmation by the planet is negative. Thereby, this planet cannot give the event of marriage. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so here now I will take Saturn as the dasha. Now, if Saturn is the dasha lord, and I have already pointed out that the marriage cannot happen before 22 years of age, so it means from 2000 to 2006. Now, if Saturn is the dasha, then from 2000 to 2006, if I look here, from 2000 2000 to 7 2006, I will be left with only 4 bhuktis. Now, sometimes, I find that people start questioning the Saturn is very strong dasha, then why Saturn is not taken as the bhukti? See, what is the time when the Saturn bhukti will be over? 1990. And what is the date of birth of this native? That is 78. And what will be the age at the uh, in the year 1990? It will be 12 years of age. So, can you expect a native to get married at the age of 12? No, certainly not. So that is why, this question is irrelevant. That why Saturn Dasha is taken when it is strong, why Saturn Bhukti is not taken? Because we have also to look into other factors. What is the appropriate age? So, an appropriate age of 22 years would mean that I am left with only 4 Bhuktis. And the 4 Bhuktis are Moon, Mars, Rahu, and Jupiter. Is it fine?
Mm.
हाँ जी, okay है?
Okay.
Okay, so it is
Okay.
Moon, Mars. It is Moon, Mars, Rahu, and Jupiter. Now I have to see that which among these is the strongest one. Which among these is the strongest one? If I read the promise of Moon, then Moon is giving me a promise of only 7, 9, and 11.
Moon week.
I will first have to look at the significations. Then
Yes.
only I can say which is weak, which is strong. Suppose all the 4 planets are giving me 7, 9, and 11. See, appearance of 7 along with 9 and then 11 means is a strong combination. But here there is absence of 5. First of all, I'll have to look for the other planets. See, what are their significations? So Moon is giving me 7, 9, and 11. Okay. Mars is giving me 5, 7. Mars is giving me 5, 7, 9, and 11. Then Rahu is giving me only 11. But Rahu, I can substitute Rahu with
Rahu, Mercury,
Rahu with Mercury and Sun.
Mercury.
Mercury, and Mercury is giving me Mercury is giving me 7, 9, and 11. It means Rahu as Mercury is pretty strong. So Mars is giving me, Moon is giving me a promise of 7, 9, 11. Mars is giving me a promise of 5, 7, 9, 11. Rahu in the form of Mercury is also giving me a promise of 5, 7, 9, and 11. And Rahu as Sun is also giving me a promise of 5, 7, 9, 11. Okay. तो डबल स्ट्रेंथ हो गया राहु का.
Yes, sir.
Moon is 7, 9, 11. Mars is 5, 7, 9, 11. Only once. Rahu as Mercury is 5, 7, 9, 11. And Rahu as Sun is also 5, 7, 9, 11. Double strength. Okay.
Yes.
Then look at Jupiter. I have already pointed out. Jupiter is giving me simply 5, 9, and 11. Jupiter
Jupiter
is
weak.
giving, Jupiter is in the star of Saturn, which gives me only 11. It is 11th star lord. Okay. Jupiter is in the star of Saturn, which is giving me 11. And then Jupiter is in the sub of Moon, which is giving me 5 and 9. So the promise is only for 5, 9, and 11. And since there is no 7, thereby Jupiter by any means cannot be the Bhukti Lord. Am I right?
Okay.
Okay. अब अगर Jupiter Bhukti Lord नहीं है, तो what does it mean? That the marriage has definitely to occur from year
Mercury.
2000 2004, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Moon is not, Moon is relatively weaker than Mars and Rahu. Am I right?
Mm.
So since Moon is weaker than Mars and Rahu, it means that I am left with what years? I am left with 2000 to 2004. I have got only 4 years with me. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then out of Mars and Rahu, which planet do you think is more stronger? Mars or
Rahu.
Rahu?
Rahu.
Rahu is stronger.
Rahu.
And if you look at what is given in the book by Khullarji very clearly, that if any node becomes a significator by itself, or the representative planets of the node are strong significators, then the node always becomes stronger as compared to other planets. Am I right?
Yes.
Right. If that is the case, it means I will have to select which
Rahu.
Bhukti? Rahu Bhukti. Now, Rahu Bhukti starts from which year? 2001 to 2004. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
ठीक हो गया. अब 2001 to 2004, how many years are there? 3 years,
Mm.
right?
Yes, sir.
So I will have to look for the transit of Jupiter to fix the antara. Okay.
Okay.
First point, when Rahu is taken as the Bhukti, then why Rahu is not acting as the antara? If you remember it, Murthy ji ne this has repeated it many number of times, that the same planet can be repeated only if that particular planet all by itself is significator of the primary cusp and the supporting cusp. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have listened to Murthy ji also. Number of times he has given this rule that the same planet, if it appears in the primary cusp 7 and both the supporting cusp 5 and 11, only then that particular planet can be repeated. Otherwise, that planet cannot be repeated. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. अब ये बात आएगी तो यहाँ another question may arise to your mind. And what is the next question? Suppose I assume Rahu to be Mercury.
Yes.
Okay. Suppose I assume Rahu to be Mercury. Then is it possible? Then the answer is we cannot make replacements like that. Then what I will have to do? I will have to take the Bhukti as Mercury and I will have to take Antara as Mercury. Now, even if I take Mercury as the planet, then Mercury is giving me significations of 7, 9, and 11 by itself. Mercury, if you look here, it is present in 7, it is present in 9, and it is present in 11.
Mm.
Am I right? It is
Mm.
absent in 5.
Mm.
Yes,
5
sir.
is missing. So
Yes, sir.
since
Yes, sir.
5, 7 and 11 is not being signified by Mercury, thereby Mercury cannot also act as the antra. Am I right?
Uh,
ठीक है. Now if I assume Rahu to be sun, and if you look at the significations of sun is only present in the first cusp as star lord.
Mm.
It is not present in 5, not present in 7, not present in 11. So then can it be a antra lord? Answer is no. It means Rahu Bhukti, Rahu Antra is not possible. So the time period up to 23/11/2001 is gone. Am I right?
yes, sir.
इस टाइम पीरियड तक मैरिज नहीं होगा. Is it okay?
Oh, yes, sir.
Now I will have to see the transit of Jupiter from 23/11/2001 to 25 to 2004. Is it okay? I'm sorry, 26/0/2004.
Mm.
Rahu Bhukti is okay. Rahu Antra not possible. Right?
Yes, sir.
So this period is gone.
Yes, sir. Jupiter also.
Jupiter also gone.
Yes.
Mm.
So if Jupiter is gone, it means period up to 11/4/2002 is gone.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes,
Mm.
sir.
If period up to 11/4/2002 is gone, then the next is Saturn.
Hmm.
If Saturn is a Dasha Lord, it can also be an Antra Lord. Now, whether it will be an Antra Lord or not, we have to decide it finally on the basis of the transit of Jupiter. That the transit of Jupiter from 11/4/2002 up to 23/9/2002 should be favorable. Only if it is favorable, then only this Antra is okay. Am I right?
So I have a small question. Can I ask, sir?
हाँ, definitely.
Sir, you had explained about node being a direct significant.
Ji.
Can you please amplify that, sir?
See, look here. What I pointed out was that Rahu itself is not a significator of marriage.
Correct, sir.
Because Rahu is in Sun star and it is in Saturn star.
Saturn, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sun is giving me 1, Saturn is giving me 11.
Yes, sir.
Rahu has no PS.
Correct, sir.
So Rahu itself is not signifying or not signifying the event of marriage.
Correct.
But for any node, what do? It is given an extra power.
Yes.
Extra power of two
Rasi
representative
Lord and
planets.
Star Lord.
Yeah, two extra. This power is of two planets.
Okay.
And what you find here is that Mercury strongly giving me significations of 5, 7, 9, and 11. Because Mercury has PS,
Yes, sir.
it is giving me 7, 9, 11.
Yes,
Mercury is there in 7, Mercury is there in 9, Mercury is there in 11.
Yes.
Okay?
So,
Right? 11 का सब lord है.
so
Is it fine?
do we now say that Rahu is getting directly signification? I mean,
Yes.
indirectly.
Yes, indirectly. It is indirectly. Through
Okay, sir.
Mercury.
Understood,
Through
sir.
Mercury. Not directly. Not directly. Directly,
Okay.
so it is not a significator of marriage.
I understood, sir. Got the clarity.
Right?
Sir. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay. So then we have to focus upon time period from 11/4/2002 up to 26/4/2004. Okay. So how many years are there? Just 3 years. Just 3 years. So we have to see the transit of Jupiter for these 3 years. Is it fine? Now, if you look at the transit, हाँ जी यहाँ तक clear है.
Yes, sir.
Yes, no कर दिया करो भाई, so that I am sure that
No,
it is
yes, sir.
clear to
Yes,
you.
sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You
No
don't
doubt.
have any doubt. You
No
don't
doubt.
have
No
any
doubt.
doubt. Because later on, there are so many queries, which keep on cropping in your mind, and then you just keep on, writing one thing or the other thing. ठीक है, which I sometimes really fail to understand. You see, look here, to learn anything, it requires time. That is number one. Number two, astrology, is a divine science. I have been time and again repeating it. It's a divine science. To learn this divine science, requires analytical application of charts. What do I mean by saying analytical application of charts? Till you study, see, look here, every chart is unique. फुलर जी ने अपनी बुक में लिखा हुआ कि every chart is unique. What do he mean by saying that? Every chart is unique means that every chart has its own features. Means there would be certain things, which falls within the ambit of rules, but they are used in a different way. That is the point. Now the question is how you use it. Look here, when we appear for any competitive examination, so many students, maybe 2 lakh, 4 lakh, and say if we am talking of PMT examination, NEET examination, last year, 22 lakh people, students appeared for it. अब 22 lakh ने सबने ही preparation किया हुआ है. Everybody has prepared it. Now the question is how they attempt. That is important. You get my point? So you can always improve your techniques. You can always improve your predictive analysis, predictive techniques only when you study the charts. Because by the study of the charts, you can always find out what are the key points. What were the key points in the first chart? What were the key points in the second one? What is the key point in the third one? The rules for all the three charts will be same, but the application will be in a different manner. And we need to understand it. रूल्स में डिफरेंस नहीं होता, रूल्स वही लगेंगे. इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir. Yes,
आप देखो मैं इसी पॉइंट को एक्सप्लेन करता हूं आपको. व्हाट आर द रूल्स फॉर द भुक्ति? रूल नंबर 1, द भुक्ति लॉट शुड बी ए सिग्निफिकेटर ऑफ द प्राइमरी कस्प. एम आई राइट? शुड बी ए को-रूलर ऑफ द प्राइमरी कस्प. एम आई राइट?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ये हमने कई बार डिस्कस किया है, आपको बताया भी है रूल. Murthy ji ne bhi, he has repeated number of times that it has to be a co-ruler of the primary cusp. Am I right?
Yes,
And
sir.
if it is not a co-ruler of the primary cusp, that it should be placed in a star, which should
Yes.
be a co-ruler of the primary cusp. Am I right?
yes, sir.
Now take the case of Rahu. It is not a co-ruler of 7. Take its star lord. It is not a co-ruler of 7.
Yes, sir.
Yet it is a bhukti lord. Now, does it mean that it has not followed the rule? The question is, it has followed the rules because it has always been given a preference. The nodes are given preference by involving other two representative planets. And if you look at Mercury, which is one of the representative planets of Rahu, Mercury is giving me 7, 9, and 11. Am I right? It is present in 7. Isn't it a co-ruler of 7? Is a co-ruler of 7. So it
No.
fulfills the first condition. And then the second condition is it has to give me a promise of 5, 7, and 11. It is giving me a promise of 5, 7, 9, and 11. So it fulfills the condition, and that's why Rahu is a bhukti, because Rahu represents two planets, and both the planets are strong, giving me a strong promise for the marriage. So the rule is same. Now the application here is different. You get my point? I am nowhere deviating from the rule. But I am trying to explain that Rahu itself is not appearing in 7. And Rahu, is not present in a star which is giving me 7. So, does it mean that I will reject Rahu? The question is not. We have to look further. Further means what? That we have to look for the planets which are being represented by the node. And then we have to make a final conclusion that whether it will be a bhukti or it will not be a bhukti. Am I right?
Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sir.
यही एनालिसिस पार्ट है. दिस इज द एनालिसिस पार्ट. रूल्स में कोई वेरिएशन नहीं है. हमारी थिंकिंग क्या है एंड हाउ वी आर एनालाइजिंग द प्रॉब्लम, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. Means that we don't have to stop at these rules and then we start saying that no, this is not there, it is all confusing, Rahu should not have been there, it is not following the rule. It is following each and every rule. The only point is you have to look further. You have to look further.
Sir.
कि उसमें कैसे है. You have, your mind has to act like an X-ray.
Yes,
To
sir.
look further, to find out कि is there any other possibility for it or not. Rules are same. There is no difference in the rule. Yes, your questions please.
यस सर। सर मर्क्यूरी के बारे में बात करते हुए, व्हेन वी आर
जी
टॉकिंग
जी
अबाउट
जी
मर्क्यूरी,
जी जी
स्टार लेवल, स्टार आई मीन स्टार
मरकरी
लेवल
को
में।
पीएस है ना, मरकरी को पीएस है।
ओके, ओके सर।
मरकरी को पीएस है। देखो पहला एडवांटेज क्या है, मरकरी को पीएस है और नाइन्थ कस्प में बैठा हुआ है।
नाइन्थ कस्प में है, करेक्ट,
मोर
सपोर्ट
देन
हाउस।
वन मैरिजेस सिग्निफाई कर रहा है।
करेक्ट, सपोर्ट हाउस है।
ठीक है, और दूसरा पॉइंट देखो, इसमें जो सेवंथ हाउस है उसमें डुअल साइन पड़ा हुआ है।
करेक्ट, करेक्ट। सर
ठीक है ना।
मेरा छोटा क्वेश्चन ये है
हाँ
कि
जी।
अगर इफ नेगेटिव हाउसेस टू मैरिज
नहीं,
और
वो
आल्सो,
आएंगे, वो भी डिस्कस करूंगा मैं, वो भी
ओके
डिस्कस
ओके
करूंगा, अभी आपको चार्ट भी दिखाऊंगा।
ठीक है,
अभी तो
ठीक
मैं सिर्फ अभी तो मैं सिर्फ उसका आउटलाइन ही दे रहा हूं मैं।
है।
आई
गॉट
विल
इट,
डिस्कस दैट पॉइंट ऑल्सो।
गॉट इट सर, गॉट इट।
आप देखो ना, इस नेटिव की मैरिज में देखो आप, यहाँ डुअल साइन है।
यस सर।
ओके, और नाइन्थ
यस,
हाउस भी बहुत एक्टिव है, मरकरी पड़ा हुआ है उसमें, जो भुक्ति लॉर्ड
बिल्कुल।
है।
यस सर।
राइट, तो इसका
करेक्ट,
मतलब क्या है, इसकी दो मैरिजेस होंगी।
देखेंगे सर, विल सी।
पॉसिबिलिटी हो सकती है, लेकिन
यस सर,
इसकी दो मैरिजेस नहीं हुई, एक ही मैरिज हुई है।
करेक्ट सर, वो देखेंगे सर, विल
राइट।
विल। गॉट
हाँ,
द पॉइंट सर।
मतलब पॉइंट क्या है, आप बुक में लिख दिया कि अगर डुअल साइन प्रेजेंट हो और नाइन्थ के साथ लिंक्ड हो, फिफ्थ का नाइन्थ के साथ लिंक्ड हो, असेंडेंट नाइन्थ से लिंक्ड हो, सेवन नाइन्थ से लिंक्ड हो, तो दो मैरिजेस हो जाएंगी। दे से दैट पॉसिबिलिटी इज देयर, दैट वुड नेवर मीन की होगी।
यस,
इट इज नो वेयर रिटर्न की डेफिनेटली इट विल हैपन। दे से देयर इज ए पॉसिबिलिटी।
गॉट इट सर।
राइट। एनी मोर
Okay.
क्वेश्चंस प्लीज, एनी मोर क्वेश्चंस। भाई किसी को डाउट है तो प्लीज खुले दिल से पूछा करो, मुझसे जो मर्जी पूछो। सी वॉट एवर आई नो आई विल लेट यू नो। जो मुझको नहीं आता होगा तो आई विल से दैट आई हैव टू लुक फॉर द आंसर, आई हैव टू थिंक फॉर द आंसर, एंड ओनली देन आई कैन गिव द आंसर।
Yes, sir.
You have to
Sir,
you have to analyze the problem and then you have to see that what can be the appropriate answer to that particular one. हाँ जी बोलिए।
sir, Rahu has taken as Bhukti Lord
हम्म।
on the basis of Mercury.
जी।
That is Rahu as sign Lord.
साइन लॉर्ड कहाँ है, साइन लॉर्ड?
राहु का
हम्म,
sign Lord.
राहु
हाँ
रिप्रेजेंटेटिव बोलता है उन्होंने।
हाँ हाँ,
हाँ,
राहु रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है
हाँ
ना,
हाँ
तो
हाँ,
राहु
हाँ।
राहु
साइन लॉर्ड नहीं
राहु
ना लिया,
हाँ,
मरकरी सन
राहु
को
as sign
रिप्रेजेंट
Lord.
करता है। हाँ।
हाँ, Rahu as sign Lord. Rahu is eligible for Bhukti.
No, this is not the appropriate word. Rahu as sign lord. See, we don't have to use this kind of nomenclature because it will confuse.
Ah, okay, sir. Rahu's
it it
representation
it
by
will
sign
it will
Lord.
yes, that is the appropriate word, because अगर आप
हाँ,
साइन लॉर्ड कहोगे यहाँ पे, तो यहाँ पे
हाँ,
पहला
okay,
पॉइंट
sir.
आएगा, साइन लॉर्ड हैज नो रोल टू प्ले।
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
राइट।
Rahu as Mercury
हाँ,
taken as Bhukti Lord.
करेक्ट।
Now, in case of Rahu as Antra Lord,
हम्म।
why don't we take Rahu as Mercury?
ले लो ना,
Because
मैंने तो
Mercury,
एक्सप्लेन किया है, मैंने तो अभी एक्सप्लेन किया आपको, आई
हाँ,
ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन।
आपने सिर्फ
मरकरी
स्टार
लोगे,
लॉर्ड की,
नहीं नहीं, मरकरी लोगे, मैंने दोनों पॉइंट एक्सप्लेन किए थे कि राहु एज मरकरी लोगे तो मरकरी इज गिविंग मी सिग्निफिकेशंस ऑफ साइन 7 9 एंड 11। देयर इज नो
हाँ,
5। मरकरी इज नॉट प्रेजेंट इन 5, since it is not present in all the say the primary as well as both the supporting houses, therefore it cannot be taken as the antara lord. Therefore you cannot substitute rahu with mercury as the antara lord, if suppose you are doing
can,
it, if
can
suppose
we
you are
apply
doing it।
same thing?
हाँ,
Can we apply
same
same
rule।
thing for all the planets, sir?
ऑल दी प्लैनेट्स इसमें नोड्स में ही अप्लाई करते हैं ना, बाकियों में तो ये प्लैनेट अप्लाई नहीं होगा, ये रूल ही अप्लाई नहीं होगा।
Okay, sir.
बाकी प्लैनेट्स में तो ये रूल अप्लाई नहीं ना होगा, उन्हीं में अप्लाई होगा जहां पे यू द प्लैनेट इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय मोर देन से वन प्लैनेट, इट इज रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय टू प्लैनेट्स।
Mm, mm,
Rahu is represented by Mercury and Sun. We can apply the rule here. Ketu is represented by Jupiter and Jupiter only, one planet only. We can apply the rule there. But
mm,
for other
mm.
planets, we cannot use this rule. You cannot make the substitutions. Here we had the option of substitution. That is why Rahu is taken as Bhukti. Because
Okay.
Rahu here is Rahu as Mercury and Rahu as Sun.
Okay, sir. Mercury is a sign lord, sir. In the Rahu.
हाँ, तो उससे क्या हो
represented.
गया? वो
Sign lord
मरकरी
is
साइन
very,
लॉर्ड।
sign lord is very weak now. That's why.
नहीं 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 नहीं, यही तो पॉइंट आप समझ नहीं रहे हो। राहु जो है, राहु रिप्रेजेंट्स द साइन इन विच इट इज प्रेजेंट। तो इसको प्लेनेट ही लोगे ना आप, साइन लॉर्ड नहीं ना लोगे।
Sir, that is okay, sir. Rahu represented Mercury and Jupiter, na, sir. Rahu
आप
represented
सी,
Rahu represented Mercury and Sun. Am I right, sir?
राहु रिप्रेजेंट्स मरकरी एंड सन, एब्सोल्युटली राइट।
Yes, Mercury it is acting as a sign lord in the Rahu field. Rahu, this one ruler.
नहीं, आप उसका डेजिग्नेशन चेंज कर रहे हो ना। Try to understand. Mercury is the sign lord of Rahu. Okay. Rahu is representing Mercury. And if Rahu is representing Mercury, means it is effectively giving you the significations. So here you will not talk about the sign lord. You will not say Mercury. See, try to understand. What we say is that we usually don't take the sign lords. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Sun का sign lord Mercury है, we are not taking. मून का साइन लॉर्ड वीनस है, वी आर नॉट टेकिंग। मार्स का साइन लॉर्ड वीनस है, वी आर नॉट टेकिंग। मरकरी का साइन लॉर्ड मरकरी है, वी आर नॉट टेकिंग, बिकॉज वी डोंट कंसिडर द साइन लॉर्ड। एनी प्लैनेट इज टू गिव द रिजल्ट थ्रू इट्स स्टार लॉर्ड, नॉट थ्रू द साइन लॉर्ड। Okay, but for Rahu and Ketu, there are special conditions
Okay, sir.
that
Right.
the results of sign lord and the star lord both are given by Rahu and Ketu. Is
Right,
it
sir.
okay?
Okay, okay, sir. Right.
The approach is different, na?
Okay, okay.
Right? Any more questions? Any more questions? Hanji, bol. Okay, so then we proceed further. Now here I said that we have to look into the transit of Jupiter, and the transit of Jupiter from 2002 up to 2004. So let me see through the ephemeris that Jupiter is likely to transit from 2000. It was 11/4/2002. 11/4/2002. Is the chart visible? Okay, right. So it is 11/4/2002. On 11/4/2002, Jupiter is in Gemini sign, right?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है।
Yeah.
अब 2002 में जेमिनी साइन में है, तो हमने 2004 तक चेक करना है। तो द सेकंड साइन टू विच इट विल गो,
Yeah.
Cancer.
This one.
that will be Cancer sign.
Cancer.
Cancer sign. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And then the third sign that it is likely to go, it will be Leo sign.
Leo.
Okay.
Okay.
Up to 26/4/2004. So up to 26/4/2004.
Okay, sir.
It will be in Leo sign.
Leo.
Okay. So Jupiter will transit only in three signs. One is Gemini, other is Cancer, and the third one is Leo. Right?
Yes,
Now
sir.
the question here is that in Gemini sign, now we have to see that in which sign the transit of Jupiter is going to be more favorable, whether in Gemini or in Cancer or in Leo. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है। अब इन तीनों साइन में अगर आप देखोगे तो जेमिनी इज रूल्ड बाय मरकरी, लॉर्ड इज मरकरी, लॉर्ड ऑफ कैंसर इज मून,
Yes, sir.
and lord of Leo is sun.
Mm.
So we have to compare all the three. That is one point. Okay. And the second point that we need to keep in mind here is that when we are talking about the transit of the Jupiter in three signs, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo, then we have also to focus upon the star lords. In Gemini sign, we will be having three star lords. One is Mars, second is Rahu, and third is Jupiter. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ओके।
Hmm.
अब सिंस जेमिनी में व्हेन जुपिटर ट्रांजिट्स इन मरकरी साइन, द जेमिनी साइन, द लॉर्ड ऑफ विच इज मरकरी, it will be transiting in three signs. One is Mars, second is Rahu, and third is Jupiter.
Yes,
Right?
sir. Yeah.
Rahu and Jupiter, I have already pointed out right in the beginning
Weak.
that they are very weak. They are
Yes,
not
sir.
giving the event of marriage. So
Hmm.
Rahu and Jupiter are gone. I am left with Mars.
Sir. Rahu representative for Venus, sir. You can use now.
यहाँ थोड़ा रिप्रेजेंट करोगे, स्टार लॉर्ड की बात कर रहे हैं हम उसकी स्टार लॉर्ड की बात कर रहे हैं, वहां रिप्रेजेंटेशन थोड़ा करते हैं स्टार लॉर्ड में। 3, 7, 11 are three signs, a trigon of 3, 7, 11, which will be in the stars of Mars, Rahu and Jupiter. Here no substitutions are done. स्टार लॉर्ड में सब्स्टिट्यूशन थोड़ा करेंगे।
Okay.
गेट द पॉइंट? नहीं क्लियर है? देखो अब इस पॉइंट को जरा समझो। अगर हम दशा लॉर्ड की बात करते हैं, यू कैन मेक सब्स्टिट्यूशंस। अगर हम प्लैनेटरी पोजीशंस की बात करते हैं, यू कैन मेक सब्स्टिट्यूशंस। एम आई राइट? जब हम किसी साइन के स्टार लॉर्ड की बात करेंगे, यू कैनॉट मेक सब्स्टिट्यूशंस।
Okay, sir. Okay. Point.
ओके, इज इट
Okay, sir.
क्लियर?
Okay. Okay.
अब देखो ये कितनी बड़ी कंफ्यूजन है। जब आप इस रूल को फॉलो नहीं करोगे तो आप रिजल्ट गलत बताओगे और दोष सारा मुझ पे लगाओगे। सी कि अगर आप थोड़ा सा भी एरर माइंड में होगा और आप स्टार लॉर्ड को वहां भी मरकरी सब्स्टिट्यूट करोगे तो आपका रिजल्ट आ गया, जबकि
Sir,
उसके कॉन्ट्ररी क्या है, पॉसिबल ही नहीं है।
yes, sir. Sir, actually, what we can say is only when it is a sub-lord, we can do a representation.
नहीं 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 नहीं, स्टिल यू आर रॉन्ग। लुक हियर, आई लेट मी मेक दिस पॉइंट वेरी क्लियर। यू नो देयर इज अ
Sir,
बिग कंफ्यूजन अबाउट दिस पॉइंट।
sir, sir.
When we are talking of the Rahu and Ketu as sub lord of any cusp,
Correct.
to read a cusp, to read a cusp and the significations of the cusp, we can substitute here
Sir. That's what I'm saying.
when you are studying the cusp only.
Correct. Only when we
Okay,
are studying cusp.
yes, that's all, nothing else.
Yeah, we study the cusp only at the SSL level.
Haan,
So
only
we
then we
derive
can
only
substitute.
at SSL. Understood?
Yes, right.
Yes.
तो यहाँ पे जो पॉइंट रेज किया था, वी कैनॉट मेक दी सब्स्टिट्यूशन फॉर राहु व्हेन इट इज ए स्टार लॉर्ड ऑफ जेमिनी साइन। एम आई राइट? Substitutions for nodes are possible in Dasha Bhukti Antara Sukshma Prana. 1 point. Substitution of nodes are possible when they are present in the planetary positions as star lord, sublord, and sub-sublord. Substitution of node are possible only when we are studying the significance of a cusp. Okay, significations of a cusp. Then if these nodes appear as sub-sublords, we can substitute them. So suppose second cusp ka sub-sublord Rahu hai, it is given here Rahu. So I can substitute Rahu with Mercury and Sun, and I can see that what are the significations for the second cusp through Mercury and Sun, which are I'm likely to get. So all the cusps which involve Mercury and Sun can also be taken as the signification of the second cusp. Is it clear? इसीलिए क्या देखोगे आप, when you take the case of Rahu and Ketu and when you are studying a particular cusp, almost all the 12 cusps appear. All the 12 houses, they appear in Rahu and Ketu. There is hardly one or two instances when one or two houses are omitted, otherwise all the houses will appear. Am I right?
सर सब्स्टिट्यूशन एक बार बता दीजिए सर। सब्स्टिट्यूशन ना नोट सब्स्टिट्यूशन सर, ये नोट कर देगा।
देखो substitutions क्या है?
हाँ हाँ
When the dasha period lords are there, dasha bhukti antara sukshma prana, then nodes can be substituted.
ओके
Substituted by their representative planets only if they are strong and giving these event giving houses.
Okay,
If they
sir.
are not giving, event giving houses, then we need not substitute.
Okay, sir.
Suppose Mercury यहाँ पे 5 7 11 नहीं दे रहा, Sun is not giving me 5 7 11, Rahu is giving me 5 and 11, so I cannot make any substitution over here because Rahu is stronger than its representative planets. Then
Ah,
Rahu will give the results.
yes, sir.
When Rahu is not giving me the results, I have to substitute and check it out whether it is possible to have the results through its representative planets or not.
Okay, sir. Second
Okay,
rule?
is it fine?
Yes,
Second
sir.
point, when you have Rahu Ketu in planetary positions as star lord, sub lord, and sub lord, I can substitute. Right?
Okay, sir.
And third point is when I am having Rahu and Ketu as the sub lord of any of the 12 cusps,
Hmm.
you look at this chart, second cusp is there, Rahu is there, third cusp Rahu is there, fifth cusp Rahu is there, eighth cusp Rahu is there. I can make the substitutions here by Mercury and Sun, and I can see the significations of the second cusp, that how the two representative of the planet Mercury and Sun are giving me results in favor of the second cusp. In order to study the second cusp, I can make the substitutions. Is it right? हाँ जी, is it clear?
सर इसके पहले वो कस्पल में हमको रिप्लेस नहीं करना है को बोला था ना सर।
किसको रिप्लेस नहीं करना? कस्पल में रिप्लेस नहीं करेंगे ना हम। रिप्लेस क्यों कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे? हम तो स्टडी कर रहे हैं कस्प को। सपोज हमें फर्स्ट कस्प को स्टडी करना है, असेंडेंट को। असेंडेंट के को रूलर जुपिटर, सन, मून एंड राहु है, सपोज करो।
ओके सर।
तो जुपिटर को स्टडी करेंगे, इसकी सिग्निफिकेशंस, सन की सिग्निफिकेशन स्टडी करेंगे, मून की सिग्निफिकेशन स्टडी करेंगे, और राहु एज राहु स्टडी करेंगे, राहु एज मर्करी स्टडी करेंगे, और राहु एज सन स्टडी करेंगे। फिर उन सारी सिग्निफिकेशंस को क्लब करेंगे, दैट विल बी द सिग्निफिकेशंस व्हिच आर गिवन बाय द सब लॉर्ड ऑफ द फर्स्ट कस्प।
To fixing the ascendant.
हाँ,
Okay.
इज इट क्लियर? एक पर्टिकुलर कस्प को स्टडी करने के लिए यू कैन सब्स्टिट्यूट द नोड्स विद देयर रिप्रेजेंटेटिव प्लैनेट्स जस्ट टू स्टडी द कस्प। कस्पल पोजीशंस में, in cuspal positions, if you are going to study the significations, then you can't make the, you cannot make the substitutions. दोनों बातों में बहुत डिफरेंस है।
ओके सर।
मैंने सपोज करो फर्स्ट कस्प की सिग्निफिकेशंस को स्टडी करना है, ओके, कि असेंडेंट का सब लॉर्ड मुझे क्या दे रहा है, कौन कौन से हाउसेस को सिग्निफाई कर रहा है, कि विच पर्टिकुलर हाउसेस द असेंडेंट सब लॉर्ड विच इज राहु इज सिग्निफाइंग। तो राहु एज राहु, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई लुक एज राहु, ओके, देन आई विल हैव टू लुक एट राहु एज मर्करी, कि मर्करी कौन से हाउसेस दे रहा है। देन आई विल लुक एट राहु एज सन, कौन से हाउसेस दे रहा है। इन सब को कंबाइन कर देंगे, दैट विल बी द सिग्निफिकेशंस ऑफ द असेंडेंट सब लॉर्ड राहु। आई एम नॉट सब्स्टिट्यूटिंग इट। अब असेंडेंट सब लॉर्ड अगर राहु है तो मैं इसको मर्करी सब्स्टिट्यूट करके मून स्टार लॉर्ड से लिंक नहीं कर सकता।
Okay.
That means we are studying the potential of cusp.
Yes, we are simply checking the potential of the cusp. That's all.
Oh, okay, sir.
Right? To check the potential, we can make substitutions. Substitution का मतलब है with only to study the potential. That's all, nothing else. Otherwise, when you are to link, suppose the first cuspal sub lord with the moon star lord, then you cannot substitute Rahu here with Mercury. Suppose moon star lord is Mercury and I am having sub lord of the first cusp as Rahu. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
sir, in this,
now I will not substitute Rahu as Mercury here, and then I say that since Rahu is Mercury, therefore it is linked to moon star lord. That is incorrect.
correct.
हाँ जी बोलिए.
Sir, if we study the ninth cusp here,
Okay.
at the sub level, Rahu has come.
Ninth, no, we can't do anything. We cannot do anything. We have to study Rahu as Rahu.
Rahu
It's
as Rahu.
only, yeah,
Correct.
it is only a situation given when the node is acting as sub lord.
Sublord. Exactly.
Huh. Sub lord. Nothing else. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Any
In,
more questions?
sir, in case of Dasha period lords also.
We can, वो तो मैंने बता दिया. We have to substitute.
Yes.
We have to substitute as Dasha period lords.
Ah,
We have to substitute in planetary positions as star lord, sub lord, and sub lord.
yes.
We can use the substitutions only to study the cusp
Ah,
when Rahu and Ketu are acting as sub lord of a particular cusp.
Okay, sir. Hmm.
But in अब राहु देखो यहाँ पे थर्ड कस्प में सब लॉर्ड है. यू कैनॉट मेक एनी सब्स्टिट्यूशन.
Sir, when do you not substitute a
आप
particular?
सपोज करो सपोज करो मैंने यंगर ब्रदर के मून स्टार से रिलेट करना है. ओके, यंगर ब्रदर का मून स्टार लॉर्ड सपोज करो मून है.
Okay, sir.
ओके, या यंगर ब्रदर का मून स्टार सपोज करो जुपिटर है. ओके,
हाँ.
या यंगर ब्रदर का मून स्टार सपोज करो मरकरी है.
Okay.
हाँ.
यंगर ब्रदर का मून स्टार मरकरी है. ओके, राहु हियर इज मरकरी एंड सन.
Okay. You cannot substitute.
You cannot substitute.
Okay, sir.
You
That is
cannot
okay, but
substitute.
what about the star? Star. When you're getting we are discussing about the star in the
हाँ, you cannot make substitutions.
that also. Okay.
Yeah, you cannot make substitutions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is it clear now? So I
Yes,
was
sir.
talking here about the transit of Jupiter.
yes.
So transit of Jupiter, we started from which time? It was 11/4/2002. Okay, on 11/4/2002, it is in Gemini
Je-
sign. Okay, Lord of Gemini sign is Mercury. And Mercury has got how many stars? 3 stars. And the 3 stars are Mars, Rahu, and Jupiter. Rahu and Jupiter, they do not signify to give the event of marriage. Okay.
Okay.
And now let us see whether Mars can give it or not. Now on this date, on the date it was 4 it was 4/11/4/2002. ये किसका चल रहा है? ये किसका चल रहा है? ये डिस्टरबेंस किसकी है? ये डिस्टरबेंस किसका है? Now, if we look here on 11/4/2002, am I right? Transit of Jupiter has to be taken from 11/4/2002. Is it okay? Hanji, is it clear or not?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, on 11/4/2002, if you look at Jupiter is in Gemini sign, but in which star? And the star is Rahu. Okay,
हाँ.
am I right? Since the star is Rahu, I have already pointed out that Rahu and Jupiter, they are not going to give me the event.
So Gemini is not suitable.
So Gemini is not suitable.
Yes.
How long it is not suitable? As long as Rahu and Jupiter are their star lords. So I will now change the time, and then Jupiter goes to Cancer sign, and it goes to Cancer sign on 6th of July 2002. Is it okay? Now, Jupiter in Cancer sign, in moon star it is okay, but in Jupiter star it is not possible because moon is giving me significations of 7, 9, and 11. Moon is present in, look here, moon is present in which star? Moon is present in Jupiter.
Jupiter star.
And if you look at Jupiter, Jupiter is posted where? House number 7. When Jupiter acts as a star lord, then its position is also taken into account.
Yes, sir. Okay,
It
sir.
means the transit of moon, the transit of Jupiter in Cancer sign, and moon is present in the star of Jupiter, which is posted in 7. The transit in moon sign is okay. देखो ट्रांजिट का क्या रूल होता है? The transit of the luminaries has to be in a sign, the lord of which is either present in the event giving houses with PS or without PS, क्योंकि ट्रांजिट में PS और PS का कंडीशन नहीं होता, with or without PS. First point. And the second point is that I repeat again what I said. When I take the case of transit, ट्रांजिट में इंपॉर्टेंट क्या है जिसका बहुत कंफ्यूजन रहता है सबको? The transit of Jupiter or Sun or Moon, the first condition is it has to be in a sign, the lord of which is either posted in 5 or in 7 or in 11. Okay? If
Okay,
the lord of those particular planets are present in 5, 7, and 11, which are the event given houses, then the transit of Sun, Moon, Jupiter is okay. Is it clear?
okay,
हाँ,
sir.
ये रूल है, आपने बुक कभी पढ़ी नहीं अच्छी तरह ना, बुक पढ़ोगे तो आपको क्लियर होगा, बहुत क्लियरली लिखा हुआ है कि whenever the luminaries, Sun, Moon, Jupiter, Saturn, or whatever planet we are talking about, if they are present or posited in the event giving houses, the transit of Jupiter in Cancer sign, in Moon sign, and Moon is present in the star of Jupiter, and Jupiter is posted in which sign? It is posted in 7th house. It means the transit of Jupiter in Moon is okay, is good, because Moon is present in a star which is posted in which sign? Marriage giving house, that is 7th house. So the transit of Jupiter in Cancer is okay. अब जुपिटर खुद सिग्निफिकेटर नहीं है मैरिज का, देखो कंफ्यूज ना करो इन बातों को, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड देम सेपरेटली, डोंट कंफ्यूज द टू थिंग्स आर डिफरेंट. I what I said, the transit of Sun, Moon, and Jupiter, first condition is has to be in a sign, the lord of which is posited in event giving houses. Okay? If they are present in event giving houses, then the transit is okay. Suppose करो moon 7th house में होता, so the transit in Cancer sign is okay. Is it clear?
Okay.
अब
okay.
moon तो 7th house में appear नहीं हुआ. Moon has not appeared in 7th house. Am I right? Moon has not appeared in 5th house. And in Bhava chart, moon has not appeared in 11th house. Right?
हाँ, yes sir.
Rashi chart में moon is appearing in 11th sign, 11th house. Okay?
हाँ,
Right? Now, the first condition, the appearance of moon in 5, 7, and 11 in Bhava chart is not there. Right? The next point, if this is the case, if such is the case, then we have to look at the star in which moon is present. And if that particular star, lord is placed in 5, 7 or 11, then the transit is okay. If I repeat in Hindi, पहला पॉइंट ये कहता है कि जो सन, मून और जुपिटर का ट्रांजिट देखते हैं हम लोग, तो सन, मून और जुपिटर या तो 5, 7, 11 हाउस में प्रेजेंट हो तो ट्रांजिट ओके है। अगर ये प्लैनेट, आप सपोज करो ना, जुपिटर यहां कहां ट्रांजिट कर रहा है? कैंसर में। कैंसर का लॉर्ड कौन है? मून है। मून 5 में नहीं है, 7 में नहीं है, 11 में नहीं है, तो पहली कंडीशन फुलफिल नहीं ना हुई।
हाँ यस सर।
But moon is present in a star. Which star? Jupiter star. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And it is present in 7th.
Yes, sir.
And since it is present in 7th, it means that it fulfills the condition.
Sir, that means either planet or relevant planet star lord.
हाँ.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So the transit is okay. So the transit of moon in Cancer is Jupiter in Cancer sign is okay. पहला पॉइंट ओके हो गया.
Okay.
Out of Gemini and Cancer, the transit of Jupiter in Cancer is more favorable. Okay हो गया.
Okay, sir. Cancer lord, it is not suitable, but Cancer star lord, that means the Jupiter.
Cancer sign is
Cancer
Lord
sign
of
is not.
Cancer.
Cancer sign is
Cancer sign is Lord
not
of
okay.
Cancer sign. Look here,
Sign.
listen. Lord of Cancer sign is Moon, and Moon is present in a star, Jupiter star, which is posted in 7. Therefore, the transit of Jupiter in Cancer sign is absolutely fine, favorable for giving the event. Okay.
Okay, sir.
ठीक
Sir,
है.
this is applicable for only transit in transit condition.
हाँ जी.
Okay,
ये तो
पहले
पहली
आप
कंडीशन है. ये
सर
पहली
पहले
कंडीशन है ट्रांजिट की.
सर पहले बताइए, जुपिटर इज नॉट एट ऑल सूटेबल फॉर द इवेंट ऑफ द मैरिज.
वो अलग चीज है. वो डिफरेंट चीज है. दैट इज डिफरेंट. Jupiter as Jupiter planet is not favorable for giving the event of marriage.
Sir, this is the rituals of solar, so 7 is there, na sir. Is it not suitable?
आप जुपिटर की सिग्निफिकेशंस कैसे दोगे? जुपिटर को पीएस है, पहले देखो.
PS नहीं है.
नहीं है तो
हाँ.
जुपिटर किसका रिजल्ट देगा? सैटर्न मून सैटर्न का रिजल्ट देगा ना. तो जुपिटर कहां से आ गया?
अच्छा, while selecting this, the PS also should
वही
be
तो
there.
कह रहा हूं ना, आप सारी चीजों को कंफ्यूज करते हो ना, इसीलिए रिजल्ट नहीं आता.
Okay.
आप जुपिटर देख रहे हो 7th में है भाई. जुपिटर स्टार लॉर्ड है मून का, इसीलिए 7 कंसीडर किया. वीनस का स्टार लॉर्ड जुपिटर है, 7 लेना पड़ेगा. केतु का स्टार लॉर्ड जुपिटर है, 7 लेना पड़ेगा.
Okay, sir.
So we can simply say it is transit Jupiter.
हाँ, यस.
So moment we say transit Jupiter, confusion नहीं आएगा.
हाँ, नहीं आएगा. ओके. हाँ जी, इज इट क्लियर?
Okay, sir. Transit
Okay.
Jupiter is suitable. Transit Jupiter is suitable.
हाँ.
Okay, sir. Right.
Okay. Right. So then,
Sir, Jupiter is not suitable. Moon sign is suitable.
moon sign, moon star is suitable.
Yes.
Moon star is suitable.
Yes, sir.
Simple rule है that the luminaries
Libra.
have to transit in a sign, the lord of which should either appear in the event giving houses with or without PS. Okay. Either in 5 or in 7 or in 11, with or without PS. Is it clear? And if I said is to either, and if this condition is not fulfilled, then we have to look into the second condition, that the lord of the sign should be present in a star that is a co-ruler of the seven, or that planet is posted in seventh house, then if it fulfills the second condition, then that particular sign for transit of Jupiter, Sun, and Moon is absolutely okay, event giving sign. Right? Is it clear now?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
यहाँ तक क्लियर है? अब now
Okay.
look here. Okay. So then Jupiter enters Cancer sign on 6th of July, right? So from 6th July, now the point is that the transit of Jupiter in Cancer in Jupiter star, देखो दोनों बातों में डिफरेंस देखो. इनिशियली क्या है, यहाँ पे स्टार कौन सा है? When Jupiter enters the Cancer sign, the first star that I am going to get is Jupiter. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jupiter is not favorable for giving the event.
Okay, sir.
Cancer
Ah,
Cancer sign is okay for giving the event because Cancer sign Lord Moon is present in Jupiter star, and the Jupiter star is present in seventh house, which is one of the fundamental conditions for a suitable transit. Only for transit. Okay.
Okay, sir.
हाँ जी, किसी को नहीं क्लियर है तो पूछो. हाँ जी, क्लियर है ये बात?
Yes, sir,
Should I
clear.
proceed? Okay.
Proceed.
Now, transit of Jupiter in Cancer sign is okay. पहला point खत्म हो गया. Why it is okay? Because the lord of Cancer sign is Moon, and Moon is present in Jupiter star, and Jupiter is posted in 7. Okay, तो इसीलिए Jupiter का transit Cancer sign में okay हो गया. Now forget about this part. हमने transit देख लिया, Jupiter का Cancer sign में transit okay हो गया. Right? Now the second point. In Cancer sign, the first transit in this sign will take place in Jupiter star, and Jupiter is not giving me signification of 7. Therefore the transit of Jupiter in Cancer sign in Jupiter star is not favorable. अब इसको कंफ्यूज ना करना, दोनों पॉइंट्स में डिफरेंस देखो क्या है. Transit of Jupiter in Cancer sign whose lord is Moon, which is placed in the star of Jupiter, which is posted in 7. Therefore, the transit is okay. But the transit of Jupiter in Cancer sign in the Jupiter star is not okay. बस ये बात समझ आ जाएगी तो ट्रांजिट समझ आ जाएगा.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Next we will take a Saturn star.
हाँ, okay. So if it is not there, it means right up to 320. Means right up to 20th of 20th of July 2002, Jupiter in Cancer sign will stay in which star? Jupiter star. But on 21st of July, it will enter into Saturn star, and Saturn is a strong significator of the marriage giving events because Saturn is in Venus star. Venus is giving me 5, 7, 11, and then it is in Venus sub, which is again giving me 5, 7, and 11, and finally it is in Mercury sub, which is giving me 7, 9, and 11. Therefore, the transit of Jupiter in Cancer sign in Saturn star is absolute fine for giving me the event. Okay. Is it okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
अब अगर जुपिटर का ट्रांजिट जो है इन कैंसर साइन इन सैटर्न स्टार इज ओके, आई हैव टू चेक द ट्रांजिट ऑफ सन. Now the next point is sun is also transiting in which sign? Moon sign. And the transit in moon sign we have already discussed is okay. It is transiting in Cancer sign, lord of which is Moon.
Yes, sir.
Moon
Yes,
is
sir.
present in star of Jupiter. Jupiter is posited in 7, so the transit in Cancer sign is okay, right? And if the transit in Cancer sign is okay, then it is in Saturn star, which is again okay. So on 21st, the transit of Sun as well as the transit of Jupiter, that is okay. Jupiter
Yes,
is
sir.
transiting in Cancer sign at 3 degree 27 minutes, and Sun is transiting in Cancer sign at 3 degrees 59 minutes.
Both are in Saturn star, sir.
Yes. Okay. Is it fine? Now the next point is we have to check about the transit of Moon, right? And if you look at the transit of Moon, Moon is transiting in Scorpio sign, right? Moon is transiting in Scorpio sign. Is it okay?
Yeah, yes, sir.
ठीक है. Moon is transiting in Scorpio sign, and next Moon will transit in Sagittarius sign.
Sir, moon
Then,
is in Scorpio, Scorpio sign. Is it not okay?
नहीं, it is not okay.
Why, sir?
See, यहाँ पे भी compare करेंगे ना हम.
Mm-hmm.
Without comparison, you cannot say which is good, which is bad. See, look here, why I'm saying that. Moon is transiting on 21st of July in Scorpio sign in Mercury star.
Mercury star, Scorpio.
Okay.
Mm.
And Mercury is present in Venus sub.
Mm.
Mercury is present in Venus sub, which is giving me a negation of 4, 6 and 10. That will cause a delay. इस पॉइंट को भी छोड़ दें, अगर हम डिले वाले पॉइंट को भी छोड़ दें, तो वी कैन fix the transit in Moon only when I fix the star lord of Moon. So what I need to do is, now I have to focus upon the transit. Transit on which date? It was 21st. Transit on 21st 7 2002, right? And let me say at 12 hours 00. So the Dasha is Saturn, Bhukti is Rahu, Antara is again Saturn, Sukshma comes out to be Moon. Am I right? Moon Sukshma will be
Yes,
from
sir.
15/7/2002 up to 28/7/2002. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay.
right? So Moon Sukshma is from 15/7/2002 to 28/7/2002. It means we have to look for the signs in which Moon will transit from which period? 15/7/2002 to 28/7/2002. अब 15 की डेट तो निकल गई, क्योंकि हमने डेट कौन सी डिसाइड की है? 21st 7 लिया है ना.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It means we
Yes, sir.
have to see the transit of Moon from 21/7/2002 to 28/7/2002. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
अब मून का
Scorpions.
ट्रांजिट
Sir,
मून का
sir,
ट्रांजिट देखोगे तो स्कॉर्पियो में होगा, सेजिटेरियस में होगा, कैप्रिकॉन में होगा और एक्वेरियस में होगा. 4 ही साइन आएंगे.
Yes, sir. 2 days
From
once.
हाँ, from 21 to 28 there are 7 days approximately. So
Yes,
it
sir.
is 2.25 days in one sign, and that means approximately 4 signs. And the 4
Yes, sir.
signs will be Scorpio sign, Sagittarius, Capricorn and Aquarius. हाँ जी,
sir,
क्लियर है ये पॉइंट?
sir, as a Sukshma, moon is okay, sir. Is it okay?
अरे तो ट्रांजिट के बेसिस पे आया ना. हम कुछ
Uh,
नहीं कर सकते इसमें. वी कैनॉट डू एनीथिंग. मून का ट्रांजिट, मून में ट्रांजिट इज ओके बिकॉज इट इज गिविंग मी ए प्रॉमिस ऑफ 7 9 11.
7, 9, 11. Okay.
It is okay, nothing wrong with it. And then final confirmation is by Saturn, which is giving me only 11. Final confirmation is by Saturn, which is giving me 11. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
तो फाइनल कंफर्मेशन बहुत स्ट्रांग नहीं है, बट सिंस द प्रॉमिस इज ओके 7 9 11, therefore I will say it is okay. Why it is okay? Because the transit is supporting. The transit is supporting the sukshma of moon.
Sir, as you
If you,
said, moon is not suitable for marriage event.
किसने कहा?
पहले
कब कहा? कब
at
कहा?
the beginning, at the beginning.
क्या करते हो? मैंने कब कहा ये पॉइंट? मैंने ये पॉइंट कब कहा कि मून इज नॉट सूटेबल?
If 5 is not there, that's why it is not suitable, as you told.
अरे नहीं, 5 से अकेला थोड़ा होगा। अब वो तो मैंने एक हाइपोथेटिकल एग्जांपल दी थी। What are the significations of moon? Moon itself is there in 1 5 and 9. मूर्ति जी आप बहुत कंफ्यूज करते हो। Moon is there in 1. Am I
Ah,
right? Moon is there in 2. Moon is there in 5. Okay, moon is there in 9.
okay.
1 5 and 9 है ना?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Marriage giving houses. Okay. Then moon is present in the star of Jupiter. Jupiter है ना?
Yes, sir. It is giving
Jupiter is
7.
Jupiter is giving me 1, Jupiter is giving me 3, Jupiter is giving me 7. 7 का सब लॉर्ड भी है Jupiter.
Okay.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
अब आप कहोगे जुपिटर जब 7 का सब लॉर्ड है तो फिर सिग्निफिकेटर क्यों नहीं बना? बिकॉज it has got no PS, it is in star of Saturn, Moon and Saturn. So we have to focus the significations on Saturn, Moon and Saturn. That is why it is not a significator of 7. देखो जुपिटर 7 में प्रेजेंट है, अगर पीएस होता तो 7, ये 7th में हम जुपिटर को स्टडी करते हैं ना, जुपिटर को पीएस तो है ही नहीं। लुक हियर,
Okay, sir.
so we will have to study Jupiter in the form of its star, that is Saturn. Is it clear?
ओके सर, ओके
आज
सर।
ठीक है ना ये बात?
Yes, sir.
आप
Yes, sir.
इन्हीं पॉइंट्स को अगर आप अच्छी तरह से समझोगे तभी प्रेडिक्शन ठीक होगी, अदरवाइज नहीं होगी। छोटे छोटे पॉइंट्स पे कंफ्यूजन रखोगे तो प्रेडिक्शन में गलतियां होंगी बहुत ज्यादा। ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं आएगी, बट इट विल टेक यू अ लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम टू अंडरस्टैंड। सी, इसमें ईगल्स आई होती है। ईगल्स आई तो एक्सपीरियंस के साथ ही आती है, तो एक्सपीरियंस के साथ ही जो है आप लोग अगर इसको ट्राई करोगे, कीप ऑन सर्चिंग फॉर आंसर्स टू द क्वेश्चंस, देन ओनली कैन इंप्रूव योर स्किल्स। हाँ जी, क्लियर है ये पॉइंट?
Yes,
ये
sir.
जो
Yes, sir.
मून का, nowhere I said moon is weak. So moon सूक्ष्म, अगर हम वैसे सूक्ष्म सेलेक्ट करेंगे तो इफ यू लुक हियर एट द सिग्निफिकेशन, दैट वीनस इज द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट, गिविंग मी सिग्निफिकेशंस ऑफ 5 7 11. Then comes Mercury 7 11. Then comes Jupiter, which is giving me 7. So the three planets are very strong, and none of the three planets is acting as सूक्ष्म lord. ओके, सूक्ष्म लॉर्ड का रूल क्या है? इट शुड बी ए कोरूलर ऑफ 7th cusp. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
पर यही कंडीशन नहीं है। It should be a co-ruler of the 7th cusp. That is first point. And secondly, if it is not a co-ruler of the 7th cusp, then it should be a co-ruler of the 5th cusp and the 11th cusp. Okay? It is a
Okay.
co-ruler of 5th cusp.
Mhm.
Right?
Okay.
Now, since it is a co-ruler of the 5th cusp, still it is not fulfilling the essential condition. Therefore, it has to be present in a star which is a co-ruler of 7. It is present in Jupiter star, which is 7th sublord. Am I right? So it qualifies to be a सूक्ष्म, और ये जुपिटर ने क्वालिफाई कर दिया इसको टू बी ए सूक्ष्म लॉर्ड। क्लियर है?
Sir, either this corolla of either primary cusp or supporting cusp also you can see.
अगर सपोर्टिंग कस्प का कोरूलर है तो उसका स्टार जो होगा वो प्राइमरी कस्प का कोरूलर होना चाहिए,
अच्छा अच्छा।
तो वो कंडीशन फुलफिल हो जाएगी।
Sir,
ओके,
this rule is up to only this is Antara Lord or Bhukti Lord also?
नहीं, सारा टोटल रूल यही चलता है।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा।
ठीक है,
Okay, sir. Okay, okay.
right? So now I was pointing here that from 21/7/2002 to 28/7/2002 there will be only 4 signs. in which the moon will transit. One is Scorpio, second is Sagittarius, third is Capricorn, and fourth is Aquarius. Okay?
Okay.
Lord of Scorpio is Mars.
Yes, sir.
Lord of Sagittarius is Jupiter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what you find in this chart? Mars कहाँ पड़ा हुआ है? Where is Mars posited?
Cancer, sir.
10th house.
Mars in Libra.
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 10th house.
Yes, sir.
Where is Jupiter posited?
Seventh.
Cancer.
Then
Cancer.
which sign? Then moon should transit in which sign that is favorable? अभी बताया मैंने 2 मिनट पहले रूल आपको. The transit of luminaries have to be in a sign, the lord of which is either posted in 5 or 7 or 11, the event giving houses, or the lord of those particular signs are present in a star which is posted in 5th house, 7th house, or 11th house.
Yes,
Now
sir.
the
No,
transit
Jupiter is
of moon will be okay in Sagittarius sign because Jupiter is posted in 7th house. Am I right?
Okay,
Strong, very strong significator of marriage.
okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
अब जुपिटर जो है आपका, जो मून जो है सेजिटेरियस साइन में आएगा, तो यहां कौन से साइन में है 21st को? इट इज इन स्कॉर्पियो साइन.
Yes, sir. Next Jupiter. Next
Okay, Scorpio sign. So what we will do here? Now we will keep on changing time till Jupiter.
Jupiter plus 7th.
Jupiter enters into, till moon enters into Sagittarius sign. Am I fine?
Fine, sir. Fine.
Okay.
Yes,
अब
sir.
इसका टाइम एडजस्ट करेंगे अगर हम, तो ये टाइम आ जाएगा आपका.
10.
Now that will be the time. It is 21/7/2002, 17 hours 54 minutes. Okay. हो गया इतना क्लियर? हाँ जी, is it clear?
Okay, sir.
So moon is transiting in Jupiter sign which is posted in 7. यहाँ भी देखो 7 में पड़ा हुआ. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Right. Now we have to fix the star lord. Now what can be the star lord for the moon? The 7th sub lord is Jupiter. Okay.
Yes.
Jupiter, moon is present in Jupiter star, so moon can be the star lord. Am I right? Venus can be the star lord.
Okay, sir.
Ketu
Yes, sir.
can be the star lord.
Hmm.
And Jupiter itself can be the star lord. So I can have 4 star lords. And the
Okay.
4 star lords are Moon, Venus, Ketu, and Jupiter. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Possible, sir.
Right. अब देखो. Now look here. Ketu. Now the question is, Ketu is already there in the list.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, is it possible to retain Ketu as the star lord of moon?
Yes, sir. In Sagittarius, it is.
Okay,
No.
okay.
No,
This
no,
is-
no. ये देखा आपने बहुत जल्दी की आंसर देने में. The answer is no.
Sir, it is in Pisces.
No.
हाँ.
पहले सुनो फिर उसके देखो. Don't jump upon conclusions. So when you hurriedly give the answers like that, they are going to be wrong answers. Think over the problem and then give the answer. Look here now. Moon is in Ketu star. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Ketu is neither in 5 nor in 7 nor in 11.
Yes, sir.
नहीं नहीं,
Okay.
केतु नहीं नहीं, चेक करें पहले।
Okay, sir. Right.
केतु इज इटसेल्फ नीदर इन 5 नॉर इन 7 नॉर इन 11।
Hmm.
ओके, पहला पॉइंट हो गया।
Okay.
So any planet cannot be a star lord if it is not signifying 5, 7 and 11. Right? स्टार लॉर्ड के लिए फंडामेंटल कंडीशन है दैट इट शुड बी को-रूलर ऑफ ईदर 5 और 7 और 11, and if that particular star lord is neither in 5 nor in 7 nor in 11, and on the contrary is present in negative houses, negation houses. If you look at the negation houses of Ketu, it is in present in 2, 10 and 12.
Okay.
Right? So it cannot be a star lord. पहला पॉइंट। सेकंड पॉइंट इज, केतु को रिप्रेजेंट क्या करता है? जुपिटर।
Yes, sir.
ओके, जुपिटर रिप्रेजेंट करता है, लेकिन यहां ट्रांजिट में देखेंगे तो केतु को रिप्रेजेंट करेगा मार्स एंड मरकरी। मून की प्लैनेटरी पोजीशंस में हम किसको चेंज कर सकते हैं? ओनली विद दी planets which are being represented by Ketu, they are Mars and Mercury, right? तो प्लैनेटरी पोजीशन के अंदर अब देखो दो पॉइंट्स हैं इसमें जो इंपॉर्टेंट है। पहला पॉइंट ये है कि केतु itself is neither giving 5 nor 7 nor 11, therefore it does not qualify to be a star lord of moon. Second point, Ketu represents Jupiter in the natal chart, and Jupiter is not in 5, 7 and 11. It is not giving a promise of 5, 7 and 11. Is it clear?
Sir, at the time of this Starlord selection, you have to see transit as well as natal also to be studied.
जी,
Okay, suppose sir 5-7 along. Suppose is there
अगर
is a,
केतु 5 देता या 7 देता तो आई वुड हैव सिलेक्टेड इट।
that is okay, but along with the 5, either 5 or 7, 11, along with those significations,
अगर
there is
11 होता तो मैं नहीं सिलेक्ट करता,
negations
अगर
also
5
is
और 7 देता तो सिलेक्ट करता।
there. Along with negations.
हाँ, नेगेशन होती भी तो भी सिलेक्ट करता।
अच्छा, ओके सर।
अगर केतु को 5 मिलेगा या 7 मिलेगा, आई विल सेलेक्ट।
हम्म,
अगर केतु को 11 मिलेगा यहाँ पे तो उसका नेक्स्ट सबलॉर्ड ऐसा होना चाहिए जो 7 दे और 5 दे।
हम्म,
ये क्यों कहा मैंने? क्योंकि यहाँ पे रूल्स कौन से लगेंगे? डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली 7 हैज टू बी इन्वॉल्व एट द स्टार लॉर्ड लेवल और एट द सब लॉर्ड लेवल। ट्रांजिट में भी वही रूल चलेगा ना जो नेटल में चलता है। प्रॉमिस होना चाहिए ना।
ओके सर, ओके।
क्लियर है जी? सो इफ केतु cannot be the suitable star lord, then the next one is Venus. Venus is also there in the list, and Venus is giving me 5, 7 and 11 because Venus is present in Jupiter star, which is giving me 7. Venus itself is present in 5, 7 and 11. So instead of Ketu, Venus is more appropriate.
Yes.
Venus is more appropriate, then I'll have to change it by 1 day.
1 day.
ओके, सो 1 डे में भी ये चेंज नहीं हुआ, तो 1 डे में कितना हुआ? ये केतु स्टार में अभी 13 डिग्री 16 मिनट्स है, तो ये 1320 तक रहेगा। इसका मतलब है आवर्स में चेंज कर देते हैं। इट गोज इनटू वीनस, एम आई राइट? एंड द टाइमिंग इज 22 7 2002 18 hours 54 minutes. Okay, so my first condition of moon in Venus star is okay. Link of Venus with Jupiter is there because Venus is present in Jupiter star and Jupiter sub okay. लिंक हो गया? ओके हो गया। ये सन का ट्रांजिट देखो, मून स्टार में है, कैंसर साइन में, सैटर्न स्टार में, ओके हो गया। जुपिटर का ट्रांजिट देखो, मून साइन में, सैटर्न स्टार में ओके हो गया, सैटर्न सब में ओके हो गया,
ओके सर,
मरकरी सब में ओके हो गया,
ओके,
राइट। कोई भी ट्रांजिट चेक कर लो, सब ओके मिलेंगे आपको। इज इट फाइन?
Okay.
Right. Now the next point is fixing the ascendant
Co-rulers.
ascendant co-rulers. That is important. अब यहाँ पे फिक्स करना है हमें साइन, विच साइन इज ओके, कैप्रिकॉन इज ओके, और इट इज आफ्टर कैप्रिकॉन एक्वेरियस इज ओके, और आफ्टर एक्वेरियस इज इट पाइसेस इज ओके, और विच साइन इज टू बी देयर, क्योंकि 24 आवर्स में सारे 12 साइंस रिवॉल्व करते हैं, एम आई राइट? इन वन डे
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
for 24 hours, all
All
the
lagnas.
12 signs they are rotated. All 12 lagnas appear.
Sir.
The question is which sign should I have as the lagna rod? तो यहाँ पे we will focus upon moon, and moon you know is dasha is Saturn, bhukti is Rahu, and antara is Saturn. Okay, ये स्टार लॉर्ड है, ये सब लॉर्ड है, और ये सब लॉर्ड है। इज इट फाइन?
Yes, sir.
राइट। तो आरपीस देंगे ना, मून की आरपीस देखेंगे, तो मून की आरपीस कौन सी बनेगी? सैटर्न, राहु, सैटर्न। हाँ जी, ओके है।
सर
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
सर मून का किसका है सर, वाला पैटर्न?
हाँ,
अच्छा अच्छा, हाँ ओके, ओके सर।
असेंडेंट कैसे फिक्स करोगे ना? यू हैव टू फिक्स द असेंडेंट, दैट व्हिच साइन विल राइज इन द असेंडेंट व्हेन द इवेंट विल हैपन, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट।
ओके, ओके सर, राइट।
अब दशा लॉर्ड सैटर्न है, विच कैन बी ए स्टार लॉर्ड, भुक्ति लॉर्ड राहु है, विच कैन बी सब लॉर्ड, and antara lord is again Saturn, which can be sub lord, or sub lord can be Venus, right? क्योंकि वीनस को लिंक करना है ना हमने सब लॉर्ड से।
Yes, sir.
Now Saturn as a star lord will appear in which sign? Pisces।
Isis, sir.
कैप्रिकॉन में तो अपीयर नहीं होता ना, कैप्रिकॉन में क्या अपीयर होता है? सन मून मार्स अपीयर होता है,
Yes, sir.
और
Jupiter.
कैप्रिकॉन के बाद एक्वेरियस में मार्स राहु जुपिटर अपीयर होगा,
Yes, sir.
और पाइसेस साइन में जुपिटर सैटर्न मरकरी आएगा। तो सैटर्न कहाँ आएगा? पाइसेस साइन में।
Yes.
तो हमें यहाँ पाइसेस फिक्स करना पड़ेगा। तो पाइसेस फिक्स करेंगे तो कैप्रिकॉन अभी चलेगा, एक्वेरियस
Next price, sir.
नेक्स्ट इज पाइसेस। सो
Next.
अब यहाँ पे आई विल हैव टू चेंज इट बाय आवर्स। ओके, पाइसेस साइन,
We got it, sir.
राइट।
Yes, sir.
पाइसेस साइन में,
Standard is Mercury is came, sir. You have to go
पाइसेस
back.
साइन हम फिक्स करेंगे, पाइसेस साइन Aquarius. Now this is Pisces. So Pisces sign appears at what time? I can further rectify. Okay. Is it okay now? Pisces sign will appear on 22nd July 2002 at 22 hours 2 minutes 47 seconds.
No, Star Lord Jupiter only, sir. It's still we have to
स्टार
go
लॉर्ड
forward.
जुपिटर नहीं आएगा ना, स्टार लॉर्ड तो सैटर्न रखने गए हम।
Yes, sir. You have to go forward, sir.
हाँ, we go, if I move forward, then I'll change the star lord from Jupiter to Saturn.
That's what, sir.
Jupiter to Saturn
Yes.
It
Got
will
it.
appear at 22 hours 12 minutes. Am I right? यहाँ 334 है ना, 320 तक ही आएगा ना.
Yes, sir.
एग्जैक्ट टाइम ले लेते हैं.
Yes, sir.
ये
320.
ये ओके.
Sir. Yes, sir. Exactly.
22 hours 12 minutes. Now Saturn star is fixed. Next sub has to be Rahu. So from Saturn I change it to Rahu. From Saturn to Rahu.
Saturn, Mercury, Ketu, Venus,
Venus,
Moon,
Sun,
Sun,
Moon,
Moon.
and now I'll get Rahu. Mars, and then I'll get Rahu. Oh, there is
Yes.
Rahu. ज़्यादा टाइम हो गया.
Back side, back side.
No worries. We will again change it. वो ज़्यादा नंबर, more number of times click कर दिया ना. ये.
Yes, sir.
Still I'll have to move back. Okay. Now, is it okay?
Yes, sir.
22 hours, 39 minutes, 48 seconds.
Yes, sir.
And what is the sub-sublot I have to fix? Venus.
Moon subs. Venus.
Venus, because Moon is
Moon.
in Venus star,
Venus. Yes, sir.
है ना? And Venus is in Venus Rahu. So
sir.
either I need to put Venus here or I need to put Rahu here. Right? So it is preferable that I change it to Venus because that will require only a few minutes or seconds. From Jupiter, Saturn, Saturn to Mercury, Mercury to Venus. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now the marriage of this native that has happened on 22nd of July 2002 at 22 hours 42 minutes 48 seconds. ओके. आप देखो यहाँ पे पंजाब में जितनी भी मैरिजेस होती हैं नाइट में होती हैं. एंड द टाइमिंग्स इज either the fera ceremonies are something around 10 to 12 o'clock or it is from 4 to 6 in the morning.
In AP also like that, Sunday, sir.
You have to keep in mind, just to have an idea about that.
Yes, sir.
And now on 22nd 7 2002, which is the prana lord I am going to have? Again Saturn. Look here, Saturn is repeated how many times? 3 times. Saturn, Rahu, Saturn, Moon, and Saturn. And if you look at the significations of Saturn, why Saturn is so strong. Saturn is present in Venus star, Venus sub. And Venus is giving me 5, 7, 11. So strong significations of 5, 7, 11 as star and strong signification of 5, 7, 11 as sub, and Mercury is giving me 7, 9 and 11. Am I right? See, this is how transit plays a very important role in deciding which has to be a suitable antra, which has to be a suitable bhukti, which has to be a suitable sukshma or prana. Sukshma prana are further decided by the transit of sun and moon. Now your questions, please. I'm just going to take a glass of water, and I would like that if you have questions, please prepare for your questions. I'll answer all the questions. अब किसी ने कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है तो पूछिए. If there is any doubt, any question, anything you have not followed, please ask.
Why didn't we take the negations of the planets?
Okay, negations भी ले लेते हैं. अब negations के लिए you will have to study the chart ना. I have already taken into account all the negations.
Okay.
Wait for a minute, you will get the
तो
chart. हाँ
वो
जी.
negations को हमने डिस्कस नहीं किया है ना, उसके लिए
हाँ.
आप पूछ रहे हैं.
हाँ. Is this word file visible? Is the word file visible?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now look here, we are analyzing the marriage. Okay. Date is 5/10/1978. Time of birth, that is given. Rectified time is given. Okay. Time is daily. It is date and time of marriage we have to see. So for this case, we have to see the significator cusp for query. 5/7/11 along with 1/3/9 supporting cusp. Negation houses 4/6/10 along with 2/8 and 12. Denial of marriage 4/6/10 12. Delay of marriage ascendant subsublot 2/4/10/12 and 7 subsublot 2/4/6/10/12. Okay, ये conditions हैं. Is it okay?
हाँ, ओके सर,
Right.
उतना
Now look at the script of planets. Sun is giving me negation of 1 and 12. 1 तो नहीं आएगा क्योंकि 1 is favorable. Okay.
हाँ,
By
ओके.
mistake I have written 1. 1 is favorable. Right. So sun में negation जो है वो 12 की है सिर्फ. 8 means problem to the ascendant. Okay. That would not mean delay. That meaning some kind of hurdles are there. It can be related to anything. So even 8 is not that important. Right.
ओके.
8 present with 4 and 12. That is not good. Not good for the ascendant.
हाँ सर.
Is it clear? Negation of moon is only 2. Negation of Mars is 2, 6, 2, 4, 6, and 10. 4 is 6 and 10. This is denial of marriage. Fourth is 12 to 5th. 6 is 12 to 7. And 10 is 12 to 11. So 4,
ओके.
6, and 12 is denial of marriage along with 2. Okay.
ओके सर.
Mercury is negative cusp 6. Jupiter is giving me 2, 4, and 12. No denial, only delay. Venus is giving me 4, 6, and 10. Only delay. Saturn is giving me 12 only. Hardly makes any difference. Rahu is giving me 10 only. Doesn't make any difference. Ketu is giving me 2, 10, and 12. Only delay. So the only harmful, the only, the uh, denial house planets, they are Mars is one. Okay. And then whatever planets for which 6 appears, for Mars 6 is there, for Mercury 6 is there, and for Venus 6 is there. Whenever Mars, Mercury, and Venus will appear as a sublord or sublord, then there is delay in marriage. Is it okay?
Very good.
Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Now look at the next
Maybe
chart. These are significations. And then now look here. Promise of marriage. Jupiter is not giving me any promise of marriage. I have shown in red. Rahu is not giving me any promise of marriage. I have shown in red. All other planets, they are strong significators of 1, 5, 7, 9, 11, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 1, 5, 7, 9, 11, 1, 3, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9, 11. And then you have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Is it okay? हाँ जी क्लियर है.
Post this chart, sir, please.
Okay.
Okay,
And
sir.
हाँ,
then
हो सर.
and then these are fruitful significators. Mercury is one because it has 7. Jupiter is the other, it has 7. Venus is the third one, it has 7. Then Rahu also it has got 7. Okay. And now here these are the planets which delay or deny the marriage. Wherever 6 and 12 appears at the sublord and the sub level, they are going to delay the marriage. They are going to deny the marriage. Is it okay? Is it okay? And then this is the chart for promise, delay, and denial of marriage. यहाँ डिले हो रहा है, यहाँ डिनाई नहीं हो रहा. यहाँ पे ना डिले हो रहा है ना डिनाई हो रहा है. यहाँ पे marriage is possible, but it is delaying the marriage. 6 and 12 are there. 6 and 12 are there. 6 is there. 6 is there. So wherever 6 appears as sublord and sub level, ये तो promise की बात है. Is it okay? Then it always delay or denies the marriage. Now the explanation. Nate is going to marry at a normal age of 25 to 25 years. Saturn Dasha runs from which period to which period. Now, in the chart, what you want to ask? आप डिले डिनाइल की बात कर रहे थे ना. यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट डिले एंड डिनाइल. फॉर विच प्लैनेट यू वांट द डिले एंड डिनाइल? क्योंकि वट एवर आई हैव डिस्कस्ड टुडे, आई हैव डिस्कस्ड इट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द ट्रांजिट ऑफ जुपिटर, सन एंड मून. हाँ जी, पूछो क्वेश्चन, पूछिए कोई क्वेश्चन, इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस टू आस्क. हाँ जी, इज देयर क्वेश्चंस टू बी आस्क्ड?
Please post the analysis, type of analysis, way
जी.
you are presenting. The way you are presenting type of analysis, please post it in our post.
हाँ जी, कहिए. आई एम अनेबल टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट यू आर सेइंग.
Please forward a picture of this marriage, sir. This
हाँ. Should I stop sharing the chart?
sir. You
Okay.
can do it, sir.
Should I stop sharing the chart?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now your questions. बोलिए क्या पूछना है.